Sade Robinson was 19 years old. She was ambitious, outgoing, and working toward building a future for herself in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Friends and family described her as driven, kind-hearted, and full of life. But in April of 2024, her name suddenly became known across the country for a horrifying reason. On the night of April 1st, Sade went out on a first date with 33-year-old Maxwell Anderson. The two visited several bars and restaurants throughout Milwaukee. Surveillance footage later showed them together at multiple locations, including a seafood restaurant and a local bar, where witnesses said nothing appeared unusual. But after that night, Sade was never seen alive again. The next morning, she failed to show up for work, something her family said was completely out of character. Calls to her phone went unanswered, and panic quickly set in. Then investigators discovered something disturbing. Sade's burned vehicle was found abandoned in Milwaukee. Not long after, a severed human leg was discovered near the Lake Michigan shoreline. DNA testing later confirmed the remains belonged to Sade Robinson. As the investigation continued, additional human remains believed to belong to her were recovered from multiple locations across the Milwaukee area. The brutality of the crime shocked the community, and detectives began piecing together Sade's final hours through surveillance video, phone records, and forensic evidence. According to prosecutors, after their date ended, Maxwell Anderson allegedly killed Sade inside his home. Investigators later said evidence suggested her body had been dismembered in an attempt to hide the crime. Police uncovered surveillance footage showing Anderson moving suspicious items, including a backpack and luggage, around the same time Sade disappeared. Her phone records also placed her in the area before all communication suddenly stopped. Authorities said Anderson later drove Sade's car to another location before setting it on fire in an attempt to destroy evidence. Investigators also recovered tools and other evidence they believed were connected to the murder and dismemberment. Throughout the case, Sade's family remained vocal and heartbroken. They attended court hearings wearing shirts with her photo, demanding justice while struggling through the gruesome details presented in court. The trial drew national attention as prosecutors laid out a chilling timeline of what they believed happened after the date. Then in June of 2025, after deliberating for only a few hours, the jury found Maxwell Anderson guilty on all counts, including first-degree intentional homicide, mutilating a corpse, arson, and hiding a corpse. For Sade's loved ones, the verdict brought some closure, but not peace. Some of her remains were never recovered, and the pain of not being able to fully bring her home continues to haunt her family. What began as a simple first date ended in one of the most disturbing and heartbreaking true crime cases Milwaukee has ever seen in years.